Them's Fantasy's a new Exodus Union. Holy shit.
Nah, they've got their fucking 8 people in here and shit, and they're still not fucking done yet. Watch this shit.
About what you said about Malgus before, I do have a couple of tunes on Malgus, and I also have a guild in Malgus. Not that it matters, but they got a Discord and they're pretty active. I don't know how the fuck they doing raids and stuff, but they seem pretty active. There's like 40, 50 people always on, so.
Huh. I misspoke. I meant Starforge.
Oh.
They're
Yeah, that's Europe, Malgus.
But that's also good to know about Malgus.
Yeah, that was my main stuff since that was Europe, but at some point, I don't know, like 7, 8 years back, it was pretty empty.
And it's grown since then?
So I heard, I mean, that guild that's going around on Discord, they're pretty active.
Which one is it on Malgus?
What I read on... What's that?
I said, which guild is it on Malgus?
Not actually sure. I joined in back
Gotcha.
then and I still have the Discord. I'll let you know.
Because SM TOS's fucking guild on that shit is pretty fucking active, and they're actually pretty good. And then there's another fucking, like, way OG fucking German as fuck guild that plays over there, and those guys are fucking insane.
Yeah, I never raided with them or anything. I mean, barely spoken with them. That was like back in 2015. I was in fucking high school.
Said your
But
tanks back,
since
right?
then, I still have the Discord and it's quite popping with messages, raid forming and stuff. I don't know how hardcore are they.
Yeah, I'm in Thanks Back.
Cool. Alright, so I'll show you what we're gonna do on this to make this fucking easy, and then you use the same fucking thing in whatever. If you haven't been here before, then you need to grab the little thing. So this is the first thing for the Chivo. There's 5 of them. Alright, so
Okay.
super cake way to do this is to beat it to the punch. So instead of standing in the fucking middle like we normally do, for the first fucking deal, you're gonna tank it on top of that, because that's where the ads will pop out first. And then after we smash those motherfuckers, then you're gonna drag them over to this side right here. And then we're gonna smash them out, and then the next set should also be on that side, hopefully. But we're not gonna fuck around, and we're just gonna burn. The way that this works is 10 stacks, you're supposed to step out. I'm not stepping out. Seb, you're not going to be able to step out. If I have to take it from you,
Okay.
I will. But we're absolutely just going to fucking smash. Ads get stacked up on the boss, directly on the boss, which is why we want it, so we can smash those all the fuck out, and then we're good to go. This fucking boss is a meme. Alright, counter down.
Oh, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I have seen this one. It was you and Kenny clutching this shit.
I mean, this is just fucking slow. This is a fucking joke.
Yeah, but also you made it in 2 men. You and fucking Kenny.
It's just store mode. Fucking 2-man store modes are like, just how many bosses can you kill? This boss also, what it is as you stand in this circle longer, you do more damage, so. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, here come the ads.
Hoping that 64-bit will fix all the lag issues.
No
but
shit,
I doubt it.
dude.
Six, 2, more.
Yeah,
Nah, the
it's probably
64-bit, the 32-bit actually causes more than the 64-bit. It's a matter of if they code it right. Because the 64-bit will use more RAM and not be, behind it. It'll be nice. We'll find out, though.
Yep.
So it's not going to pull much more from the graphics, just the RAM.
Well, it'll be able to use more everything from like more of your GPU usage, all that shit. But we'll see. It depends on how badly they fuck it up, because they're pretty notorious for fucking shit up all the time.
beat that
It's
next
fucking
ads.
like the next boss is technically a meme. It's just a matter of fucking bombs and you not dying to the fucking bad shit.
Truly impressive.
With the red circle, do you need to put it under the boss or anything?
So the red circle in hard mode, you gotta drag it onto the ads, not drop it on anybody else so they die. In sword mode, it doesn't fucking matter. We're
But
going
not the
down
boss.
the ramp, though,
Yeah.
right?
Story mode.
What's up,
So the
dude?
boss itself is not
Like
affected by that circle.
Gee, I can't hear you. You're like all muffled.
Oh fuck. So
No, I
the
was talking
boss
about
itself
QD,
is not
not
affected.
Shank. I heard you. QD said something twice and he was all muffled.
I said I dropped the red circle on everybody on purpose, memeing everybody. I tried to hit as many people as I could.
Oh yeah, in story mode, it don't fucking matter. This shit doesn't. In hard mode, that shit'll one-shot you.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going down the ramp.
Alright.
The next
Or
fucking data
the lore.
pad is right here at my feet. Alright, the data pad is actually under this motherfucker right here. Right here.
Okay.
So click that if you don't have it. Third one is before
Got
we
it.
go into the walkers. This is the one I always forget to tell people about. Priority on this when you come in here, Shank, is always manipulators, and then there's another thing. So we're gonna leap to this manipulator, stack the fuck up. And the ads always do what they just did. So if someone's behind the group or something, the ads disappear, go to them, and they reappear back on us. Fanatics technically go next. Zealots are the ones that fucking do the one-shot shit like this Manlers. You're good, man. I'm popping through.
I switched it just in case.
I'm going to have to go see the fucking but I'll stay OE for these fucking ad pools.
This looks pretty nice.
Did I take through passion? I did. Alright,
On
so
the
there's
zealot,
a
right?
fucking, that zealot on the left has got to go first, so taunt that in, and then everybody's on the zealot. Go. Or just stack up on it, don't matter. And drag everything to us, but the zealot's got to go first.
And then the manipulator instead, right?
You can. At this point, it doesn't fucking matter. The manipulators are essentially healers, and so when you group everything up, it doesn't matter. The commandos and the superior put out fucking AoEs and debuff in hard mode, but honestly, man, they've nerfed these raids so much, even in hard mode, that shit doesn't fucking matter. There used to be 2 fucking interrupts, one from the fucking zealot and one from the fucking superior, that absolutely had to get interrupted every fucking time, or someone would instantly die. Alright, before you walk in over there, your third data pad's right over here. Somewhere. I don't fucking remember where it is over here, but it's in this corner. I'm in the wrong corner, it's this corner over here. Fucking can't see. It's right here. On this
Depressing
marker.
how much they nerf everything.
Right here. If you don't have the third data pad, click this one right there on the attack marker. Alright, let me swap to single target and then I'll roll through how this is gonna work. Probably gonna want that. That's fine. I'm definitely gonna want shatter. And then equip my single target. Okay, so Shank, are you an actual tank gear?
I do have the tank gear with me, yeah.
Okay, so the easy way to do this is going to be to put you as tank, and then don't fuck this up, and then Sev and I are going to yeet the fuck out with QD and just push. If you fuck it up, then Sev will do it. But here's essentially how this fight works. This room, we used to break it into like way more. Doesn't fucking matter. So let me show you how this works. And I'll show you the hard mode strat because it's cake. All right, so you've got target and fire. Target's the Republic Walker, which is Walker 1. We start on that. We open with our fucking raid buffs. Smash it out. That one's timed. I think we have about 30, 35 seconds to fucking push it as fast and hard as we can. Then it shields up. Excuse me. And at which point, all DPS swap to fire. And we focus that, except for the one DPS that runs over, if I can do this without pulling the group. There's little canisters over there with like a panel on it. You right-click the panel. It picks up the bomb. And then you run over and walk underneath target, and you Luke Skywalker up. The bomb goes off, the shield comes down, then you're back on target. So the way that this fight works in hard mode is you basically want to have enough DPS and coordination to burn target to basically 10% within 3 bombs. And then you hold 2 bombs in reserve, and then you push fire the fuck down. Tank swap basically on this is you start on fucking target, and the other one is on fire, and when the person that's on fire, it just looks away from you and starts shooting missiles at people, which is a cleave, then it's a swap. And it's not like, and you don't even have to fucking taunt, you literally just jump to each other's fucking shit, and then as soon as you're done with that, then you jump back. It's a very quick double swap is the way to fucking do that, okay? If you look at this is essentially, we call it 3 lanes, so in between that walker and that walker is DPS heal lane, and then everything on those sides and that side to the shore is tank territory. And if you do that, you never fuck up. The way we normally do it for the fucking super cheaty strat is the door in the back is you put one fucking healer like on the side. Fuck, if I can put these markers. So like one healer there, and then you could put a ranged DPS in the center, which is typically the ranged DPS that's running the bombs. Then you put the other healer on the other side like this. In hard mode, everything is the same in story mode as in hard mode, but hard mode has a couple other mechanics. First one being, there's a gravity well that sucks everybody in dead center right here. And then as soon as you get sucked in, everybody needs to fuck off in a different direction. There's a growing purple circle at your feet that is larger than orbital strike, and you need to spread out and then not fucking die to that. The mines that come out in hard mode fucking hurt. The white circles will actually kill people in hard mode and story mode. It's a meme. So if you basically get a white circle in story mode, just stay away from skip and the tank. That's it. So all you need to know about tanking this, if you were to tank it, is when you go to target, you're going to hold it. In story mode, fire doesn't fucking matter, but you need to pay attention to rapid shots, and it's going to start putting purple-blue circles on the ground, and they stack, and you need to run and not stop moving until they drop. Or if you're smart, you just make a semicircle around the fucking front of the walker. So like if I started getting rapid shots when I tank it, I just run from there, and I just start dropping them around the fucking walker so I can maintain DPS until like the last 3. Then I run away with hydraulic overrides and then jet charge back to get my free casks and power tech. That's it. QD, are you good running bombs?
I can try it.
Alright, let's try it, because everybody else is fucking melee, so that would be the way to do it. Alright, let's counter down.
3, 2, 1.
How about double or nothing?
Most kills works for me.
There's a little droid that comes down, but it's still going to fucking matter as long as we don't fuck up. But we need to push this fucking walker fast.
You don't want to be in that blue pit, Shank.
Yep, I'm out.
Holy shit, we're smoking the fuck out of this. Alright, that's a swap. We're on fire now. QD will run the bomb here in a second. This is going to be fast. If we don't fuck this up, Skip can keep the fucking tank alive. This is going to be like a 2-bomb motherfucker. Alright, we're back on Walker 1. Bomb's gone off in a second. There it is. Push this motherfucker down. We're stopping DPS at, I don't know, like 5%, 10%, some shit like that. I've got the bomb. I need to fuck off this way. Go grab another bomb. We're on fire. And that should be the last bomb that we need QD until the end. Because we're just going to hold at like 5%. We're not going to kill that one right away. Alright, we're back on Walker 1. Do not kill it. Just push it down to like 5% and then swap to Walker 2. Oh, that's bad. That was series of shots is what just got them. I'm taunting it.
Rerouting power.
Until you can get Sev up.
I'm up. Alright.
Sorry about that.
No, that's not your fault. I bet the bomb I'm fucking off. What happened there is I'm pretty sure Sev leaked and then we're just in bad. So. Alright, we're on Walker 2. We're burning Walker 2 and then we're gonna run a bomb. Got any great buffs? Get it up now. Let's fucking roll. I got the bomb fucking off.
Okay, so these dudes cannot be taunted.
No.
Nope.
You don't want to taunt it anyway. We're just pushing. Just push the DPS, dude, because we're gonna fucking hit some bad shit, especially with down here in a second. It's gonna be fucking.
Yeah, but I mean,
management shit.
So
He's untauntable, yes.
Yeah, there's a tank swap. I went over that poorly, but yeah.
Sev
at 5%. Go grab a bomb.
Sev,
just go grab a bomb now. Just go grab a bomb now.
Grabbing a bomb.
And go run into the other one. As soon as that bomb goes off, Shank, you're on the other walker. Man, they really nerfed the fuck out of this, dude. This thing's a fucking meme. Sev, if you can, intercede to me, because we're gonna enrage if you don't hurry up.
Oh, he's dead.
So grab a fucking bomb, Skip. Hurry up. Oh yeah, this is gonna suck. Don't stand still in that, Shank. Don't stand still in that. That's gonna kill you. Okay. Skip, you better hurry up with that bomb, dude. I got no DPS. Oh no. No, too slow. Alright, so I don't know what got Seb on that, but Shank, you can't stand still on the blue circles. That was rapid shots already.
No, I was looking. I was looking in some other place.
That's why you have fucking target cast bar on, sure. But
You
we
still
know
want me
we've
on
got the fucking
tank, or
defense
do you
shit.
want me to switch to DPS?
What's up?
Do you still want me on tank, or do you want me on DPS?
You can tank and Seb is gonna deeps and just don't fuck up.
Alright.
We obviously have more than enough fucking DPS to fucking clear this, but that shouldn't have happened on there. But I mean, that wasn't bad for a first attempt. But yeah, if you have fucking, I don't understand just me being me. I just don't understand how people can stand the stupid shit. But yeah, if you don't have target cast bar and user interface, then you absolutely need to turn that on so you can see. And that way you can be like, oh, it's rapid shots, I better move, but standing in giant blue circles on the ground, I also don't understand. Your DCDs, also, if you do that in hard mode, you'll pretty much just one-shot yourself, because rapid shots debuffs and stacks and reduces your armor to below 0, and then you'll just fucking die. So, that's where mechanics come into play.
Right now, I just wasn't paying attention. I do have the task bar, the cast bar and everything. I just wasn't looking. I got caught up by the fucking environment or whatever. Can you walk me through one more time quickly with that tank swap?
You don't need the tank swap in story mode. All it is this. In hard mode, when the Imperial Walker isn't looking at whoever the tank is on that side, because you'd have a tank on each side, that's the swap. Because he will stop looking at somebody, and he will literally threat dump them, and then shoot a fuck ton of missiles at somebody, and that's a cleave that hurts whoever it tags out. So as an example, if it hit a healer, the healer doesn't have a DCD up, that'll take 80% of their health, and then they're playing catch up. That's it. For this, as a tank, all you need to do is not spam it in fucking rapid shots, and it comes out a lot. And then the second thing is, when you're phantom striding back and forth between the two fucking walkers, don't drop rapid shots on top of other motherfuckers. That's it. Alright.
Okay.
Let's go. QD, you're still on bombs. 3, 2, 1, pop all the things.
Hey, Lex, how about double or nothing?
Most kills works for me.
That's rapid fire. Don't fucking stand in that shit. Hitting this bitch with the These motherfuckers even lower than last time, Seb. Alright, that's a swap to a bomb.
Oh, that's crazy.
Imagine not being able to do what we're doing right now in the story mode. I just don't understand, dude. Fucking game's so stupidly easy, and they keep nerfing everything. Like, it almost makes me not even want to fucking play anymore, dude. Like, if people don't fucking pick it up and nim, I'm not gonna be playing anymore, because I'll be fucking done. If I'm not waiting.
Thumbs out, done.
Go, get on the other one.
Go down.
Get on fucking the Republic Walker fuckers.
I used to enjoy flashpoints when they're actually a little challenging.
Yeah, they're all memes now, dude. I want to fucking hit this thing. I was like, literally, I'm standing next to it. I can't fucking hit it. Can't see it or some shit.
They need like a NIM flashpoint mode, I think.
I'm fucking off, QD. That's on me. I'm moving away. I mean, the fucking hot feet chapters are pretty fucking hard. I've tried to solve them. It's a swap.
Alright, everybody back on 2.
Well, yeah, fucking. Moving away from you, Seb. Seb, you can reflect that, by the way.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Back on 1.
Got a couple failures here. Rerouting power.
We stop DPS on 1 at 5%. So it's pretty much a leap in one shot. I'm using the med pack. The skips is apparently not managing. Alright, stop DPS now and swap fucking 2. Push 2 all the way down. At basically 8%, someone run the bomb over. And we got this shit. That rocket shit, by the way, in hard mode is essentially lots of missiles fucking using fucking enraged defense, and hopefully I can heal. Hell yes. Rep don't condition motherfucker. Apparently that didn't do shit. So cleansing that. And this.
I'm fucking off.
We're almost done, fuckers. Shank, you gotta stop dropping that purple shit on people. Go run the bomb.
Taking heavy damage.
DCD through that. It's a 1%. Can you get it? Hell yeah, we got this shit. DCD hard now. Shank, stop saying dumb shit. It doesn't do what you think it does.
So close.
Oh
Alright.
shit, Shank literally hasn't fucking done that before. Alright, Shank, we're just gonna keep you as tank for the rest of this fight. It's fucking cake. So here's how this is gonna work. There's a manipulator on the left, there's a manipulator on the right. I'm leaping to the one on the right, I'm gonna push it into the middle. Sev, take the one on the left, push it towards the middle, stack in the middle, kick their ass, go.
With the alacrity on tanks, does that reduce the DCD cooldown?
So it does, but there's another reason that you need alacrity on tanks. And despite what motherfuckers say is with the DCD cooldown, what you're going to find that if you don't run alacrity, especially in Nim with a normal rotation where you're trying to skank it, what's going to happen is you'll be fine for the first 3.5 minutes, right? And then as people's raid buffs are falling off or they're not rotating them in anymore, then you're going to be like, well, fuck, dude, I am max heat or I have no fucking force. Do you see what I'm saying? Because most of the tank fights, you can't, not all the tank fights unless, you know, the healers really pick it up. You can't fucking reset leap. So example on that, like Nephra, the power tech fucking tanks and the jug tanks that with the way that we build them do could abso-fucking-lutely, let me swap to fucking slam spam real fast, hit 15-20k with their current builds on that shit if you could reset your leap, right? But you can't, because Nephra, when we tried it, we found out that when we were doing it in current meta, the tanks were taking too much fucking damage, right? For the healers to catch up at the time. Now, could we do it? Yeah. Do we want to do it to push people to the next level? At some point we will, right? But doing that, between that and the desync of fucking things and just the plateauing, and I wouldn't necessarily say regression, I would say currently it's just plateauing. People have been too complacent and only been running fucking hard mode meme shit and don't realize that Nim is how it used to be. And I would say, depending on the Nim raid, Nim is about 10 times harder than fucking hard mode with coordination, right? Like, DPS doesn't fucking matter. Most of the time with our fucking groups and the people we train, they're always going to have enough DPS to go in, right? It's just a matter of coordination. And the thing that people are finding out real fucking fast is if you don't use your words to unfuck a situation, I wasn't lying when I said you got 1 second. And what they're finding out too is, great, we're recovering from that 1 second deal. Oh shit, I burned a battle res. Oh fuck, we're 3 minutes in and this is the big burst phase. Well, now I can't catch up, right? And that's where it is.
Right.
You're not. A lot of people are in it, what I call it, the 1 minute to win it fucking phase. You know what I mean? Instead of fucking the endurance build, right? Like, I don't give a fuck if you can open at 60k, 50k, fucking whatever. I mean, we've seen what we did. Like, when we did that Writhing Horror Pool and I was talking mad shit because I had to grab my jug, I said, I'm in 286 augments. Everybody else here is in 300 augs. I'm at 40,000 fucking DPS. And the closest person behind me was at 32. So really, do you know your class? You know what I mean? Like, you can start in fucking big balls all day, but can you maintain that? No. And so, to be fair though, for most Nim fights, dude, you don't need more than about 115, 120k fucking DPS combined. That's tanks and fucking leaps. Okay, so here's how this is gonna work. Shank, you're gonna stay tank, and your situational awareness is ass, so you need to work on that, and I'm gonna force you to tank to get better. We're gonna fight the boss. Okay. And then he's gonna fucking summon 3 mini mushroom motherfuckers, and there's gonna be like one here, and there's gonna be one over there, and all you're gonna worry about is pulling the boss right here between those two, okay? And there's another one on the corner, Seb, you're gonna single that one out, but I'll take the 2 on the boss and just slam them out. After that, there's gonna be red circles coming down on the ground, don't stand on them, and he's gonna do collapse, is what the boss does, and then after collapse is cast, there will be fucking rocks on the ground, and then he starts Rage Storm, I think is what it's fucking called, and he starts beating his chest, and then he knocks back. So in hard mode, you gotta be behind the rocks. In story mode, you can DCD, take a fucking 30 to 50% fucking hit, don't worry about it, self-heal, recover, get back on boss. Right after that Rage Storm, the boss is gonna threat dump you, run to someone randomly, and then he'll come back. Really doesn't matter where the boss is in story mode. In hard mode, it also really doesn't matter depending on the group. If your group is low DPS, then you need to make sure that the crossface happens on one of the edges. If your group isn't shit DPS, then the way that I like to tank it to speed clear this shit is you just drag it back over where the lurkerlings are going to be, because then you can just smash them, because right after crossface they come out. Now crossface in story mode is broken, so you're always going to be in front of the boss. It'll have a tank marker there. This is going to be weird. The only thing to maybe make this work is Sev, you're going to be on one arm, I'm going to be on the other arm, and then QD and Skips need to be on opposite arms, because DPSs that have heal classes for some reason break this. Honestly, even if we fail, it's not going to matter. It just means that more damage comes out in hard mode. That's it. And it's just a rinse and repeat of that. Towards the end, Shank, we're going to tell you to pull the boss to a wall, and we're just going to smash him the fuck out through the fucking lurkerling motherfuckers and give no fucks. And then we'll see where Skips is at. Now, the really cool thing that probably the only person in this group knows about from back in the day is, back in the day, you could actually drag the boss underneath the collapse and move him around into the red circles before the rocks fell, and it would actually take more damage. And it was kind of like pylons falling, but that's where you found your extra 20% damage on the boss. That doesn't apply anymore. They nerfed the fuck out of that pretty much right after this came out. Okay.
Oh.
Call it. Counter down.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1, fully.
You have done well so far. Steel yourselves.
Does he
I
have a
faced
cleave
such
or
beasts
anything?
before,
He
never won this
does,
strong.
but really, man, you'll see how this goes. Story mode's kind of a fucking meme. He just jumps around. Big thing is just holding threat on him, put a guard on who you need to put a guard on. Back up a little bit. Ads are coming out. Ads are out. Just back up slightly so we can stand this motherfuckers out. You're good right there. This fucking pulsing bullshit is reflectable, so if you want that extra damage and self-heal shit, for some odd reason it does fucking work. Alright, drag him over here. We're taking this other fucker right here. Collapse is coming. Watch your fucking feet. Circles are coming down. Here's collapse is done. So then, if you actually give a shit, then, you know, you'd fucking be behind the rock before fucking Rage Storm ends. Me, I'm just gonna fucking sacred word it, something like that. And now we're back on the boss. He jumps, it's crossface, he roots. I'm on fucking boss's left arm.
I'm on the
If
other
it turns
arm.
green, we pass. If it turns red, it was a fail, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. That was a fail. Now the ads just instantly come down, and we have to play catch up. That's it. That's all the only difference. So come over here, stack up on the ads. And also just know that that fucking shit, even if you do it perfectly, has been broken for like 5 years now. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you fucked it up. But we will make you think you did, because it's funny. Drag it to the right, man, and don't stand this red shit. Alright, now we're back on the boss. Here comes fucking Rage Storm. Rage Storm is reflectable if you've got it up, Sev. Just wait. Now.
Yep.
And then we just fucking leap back on this cunt. I'm on the left arm.
I'm on the right arm.
And just jump up and down. Skips, you went to the wrong side. QD was in the right spot. Come over here. Drag it back up so we can fucking get it closer and get this bleed spreading onto the fuck boss. So the big thing is, if you fuck up the fucking cross phase, then the healers have to do more work. That's it. It's the only fucking thing. And then they run really fucking hot on heat. In hard mode. I mean, story mode, if you fucking have healers that are running hot on heat, then they're a fucking dog shit healer to begin with. So that would be heat. Coming in here, I would absolutely probably be fucked, because I'm a dog shit healer.
Yeah, so what I don't get is the cross
I don't understand.
with the arms.
So do you see
This
how
cross,
you
what the
stand in
fuck
the
right
front?
here?
So there's a DPS and a healer. A DPS has to stand with a healer on each side, and then a tank in the back, and that's going to be a fail. This is going to probably be a wipe unless we can fucking clutch this last 20%.
Okay, so I have to be in his fucking back.
No, you're in front. There's a tank marker in front, and there's a tank marker in back, and then there's a DPS heal. So the way this works in 8-man is one tank's in front, one tank's in back, one fucking healer is on the left arm, one healer is on the right arm, and one DPS is with each healer. And that's it. Skips fucked himself on that one by doing it. But honestly, dude, like I said, this fucking shit is a meme, and it's been broken for fucking ages. Even if you do it right, it fucking breaks half the goddamn time. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. I'm about to die. Fucking threatening scream, let's go! Oh, fuck, I don't have a speed for this.
I hurt.
Well, I refuse to give up, damn it. Unless I get really lucky.
Give him a black eye.
Fucking Saber Ward. No, god damn it,
so
3
close.
fucking percent. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how this works, and Skips better not fuck this up. Because that was 100% on Skips. I didn't assign an arm, because assigning arms is for fucking retards, because you'll always fuck it up, by the way.
I also fucked it up. I mean, I wasn't in the fucking spot. I was outside that cross. Like,
No, I wasn't
just gotta
worried about the
understand.
fucking that shit. If you want to work on your healing, I don't give a fuck on that fucking Skips. What you cucked yourself on was, you know, dying to a rock. That was pretty fucking funny. I was like, is Skips just doing this shit? It was fucking, it is. It does, I call it wasn't you. The tank never fucks that up. It was Skips. We called Skips out on that. Which is fine. I didn't realize he was pushing his heat management, but he did really fucking well on that. Because he's been trying to push himself harder because hard modes don't really cut it, and he's in the NIM group now, pretty much, so he's just trying to be NIM. I'll show you how this fucking works. How it's supposed to look. And then just know, even if you do that in hard mode, it's broken, which is where jumping up and down is a thing, because anytime you have to stand inside a box, the game doesn't register shit. Alright, so here's how this works. The boss is now, that's the front of the boss as he moves to the left. So the way this would look on crossface is this. In a true 8-man hard mode, you'd have a tank there, you'd have a tank there, you'd have a fucking healer, and a fucking DPS, and then you'd have a healer and a DPS. And then when you do it, then as soon as you enter the box, and you only have to do this if you're healer or DPS, because if it doesn't register tank, someone fucks some shit up, you have to jump up and down like this. That's it. It's the only thing you gotta do, and then it turns green. With this group, the only way it's gonna be a fucking clear every time is if Skips and QD are on opposite arms, but we know that Skips is trying to push his heat management, which is why he's trying to force more damage to go out, which is fine. He's just trying to fucking push himself, so we're good. Alright, grab that shit. Let's make this shit go away. The only thing, Shank, you need to make sure that that boss is in between the two ads, okay? Because when he's standing on top of one, that's fine, and then you move into the next when he dies. Otherwise, the slam spam is pointless, and I would just go back to single target. Alright, counter down.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, fully.
You have done well.
The next boss
so
is
far.
fucking boring as shit.
Steel yourselves. I have faced such beasts before,
Ads are
but
coming out
never
about
one this strong.
now,
the
probably.
dark side.
They haven't fucking already. It's after that leak the ads are supposed to come out, but it's always fucking decent. But they'll be coming out really fucking quick. Here out. You can reflect the leaps, by the way.
Okay.
It doesn't show that you can, but you absolutely can. It's very down to worse. Collapse, watch your feet, fuckers. The trick also, Seb, is when he does the lurkerlings, even if you're single target, is never stop fighting the boss. You just take out the fucking others with lead spreads and fucking whatever. That's the same in hard mode. Alright, so this is crossface here in a second. Here it is. I'm on fucking right with Skips. It's fine, we can fail this. You were DCD right before. Now, because then you take that massive hit if you don't get him up. Lurkerlings are up. Pop the great defense. Oddly, and raised defense still fucking works on that, which is really weird in my opinion, since it doesn't work on fucking half of the game. Also, on this fight, Sev, the one perk that you want to take is it's when you do Threatening Scream, it fucking gives you 60% DR. That's the one to take.
Okay.
Because that just adds another fucking deal to do. It's gonna be bad. We're gonna get lurkerlings pretty much right away. QD, is that healing you with the fucking deals, or is it just reflecting with Merc? That was the one thing I hadn't tested.
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's
It's broken.
It is.
Does it actually matter if I stay behind the rock?
You can.
Some-
or I can just
Sometimes it heals you.
Sometimes
it doesn't.
Yeah. Makes sense. On this one, we're just pushing boss. Everybody pop all raid boss, everything you got. And passive film this. I popped and raised the fence. Now would be the time. That was a pass, since, you know, broken ass game. Fucking keep it right here, don't move it. Keep it right here, don't move it. Pop all the things. You moved it towards the fucking deals, which is bad, because now we're gonna take more damage. It's fine. Just kill the boss. Make the boss go away.
Have prevailed.
It more is amusing to me that Shank is getting story mode fucking Chivos, but he's on Kenny's hard mode team. Fucking bad.
I can just fucking committed fucking suicide almost. I'm sorry, man.
You're good, man. It's just fucking story mode. This is where you learn. The whole reason that we started doing undermanned raids is because
It pushes people.
it pushes people, and
Yep.
you can see the mechanics of the fight and explain hard mode and strategies in a less chaotic environment. When you have 8 people running around like fucking retards, right, and doing the fucking PvP jiggle like this shit, like, it just fucking, for whatever reason, breaks people's minds so they can't track everything on the screen. Which, I mean, it's fine. I mean, I have trouble tracking certain things on the screen post-TVI, but pre-TVI, man, fucking, I can track everything, piss people off, and then make people feel really dumb. Alright, Zealot is the way to go on this one, and then the fourth fucking little thing is off to the left. And then in
I
order
need
to get...
just half a minute.
Like I said, man,
You
I'm
don't
all
really
for
feel-
fucking doing stuff. If people need all their fucking 8-man Chivos, we can get them. You need your fucking story mode, fucking, that was the thing that needed to be interrupted. If you need your story mode 16-man clears, all we need is 10. That's it. You just bring one extra healer and one extra DPS, and you've got enough to clear every 16-man in the game, assuming they don't fuck up mechanics. Alright, before you go into the next room, the next fucking thing is over to the left. Seb, you running slam or are you running single target?
Slam at the moment.
Alright, I'm gonna go single target then. I'll let you have the deeps on that. Because in story mode, what happens is if we both slam, there's not enough fucking bleeds necessarily. I mean, we could both try it. It doesn't really matter. Alright,
Yeah, no, we're good.
the next one is right over here. This is the fourth fucking data pad right here. So click that if you don't fucking have it. Alright, so this is an example of why you shouldn't nerf fucking raids. Because this boss was already ridiculously boring and time-gated, and then they nerfed it, and now it's even more ridiculously boring and time-gated because there's nothing to do for like 60% of this fight. Okay, so here's how this fight works. If you look on the floor to cross, just think of it as a Nintendo D-pad. So Darren, middle one is north, Sano is east, and Curse is west. But the name of the game on this, man, and it's the hard mode strat, is you stand in the middle and let everything group up until you're fighting the boss. When the boss comes down, you're on the side that the boss is at. That's it. Okay, so all you need to know is Sano's fucking ads that come down are fucking dudes that'll do a giant ass cone cleave that if you have that on the group at the same time as Darren's, shit gets really bad, but you can root them, you can force push them, you can interrupt them, you can stun them, there's no reason to be in that bad shit, okay? The ones on Darren are mercs, and they basically pop out, and about 2 seconds after that, they shoot DFA, death from above, right? So there's a couple tricks that you can do that, but the one trick is you take people over to that side, because they don't move right away. Sano's group moves. So the way to do it is if you stand in the middle, Sano's guys will run to the middle, and then the tanks just pay attention to interrupting or someone tosses out an AoE stun, like Carbonize or some shit, okay? The ones on Darren, we usually jump to those, force push them into the middle of the group right as they're doing their DFA, which interrupts it, which will then bring them to do another one, and then you just slam them the fuck out. Curses, you don't do shit, because they're force using fuck sticks, and they just walk into the group like a bunch of retards because they think they have the force and shit. Okay, that's it. Only thing you need to know is breaking this Sano. Sano comes down and he puts up a shield. When his shield is up, no AoEs. Now, AoEs is weird. So, as an example, if you drop Toxic Haze as an operative on the ground underneath Sano, it does not hurt the group. If you throw Noxious Knives, it does. Here's another dumb thing. You could use Orbital Strike on Sano, and apparently the game doesn't think that's a fucking AoE, but if you do Vengeful Slam, or Flame Sweep, or fucking DFA, then you will cleave your group. That's it. The way to get around that is the same thing that you do on Villascar and Scum and Villainy, and it's force push it pretty much right when he comes down, or do a knockback, and 90% of the time his shield doesn't even come up. And it's been that way pretty much since it's come out. Darren, just stack on that motherfucker and burn, and then the only thing that you need to know about that at the end, Shank, is he's going to start running back and forth between the 4 squares on the corners. So, like, he'll run over here, and then he'll run the fuck back over here, and he's literally like a fucking tweaker, so just imagine that he skips. The motherfucker doesn't stop running. It's been broken because we've had too much DPS, and that's why that is. Curse, you just let him come in, and then the only differences between story mode and hard mode is, in story mode, you want Curse in the group, whoever has it, and you just pop a Reflect or a DCD, preferably a Reflect when he does his purple circle when it goes off so it does more damage to him. But in hard mode, if you don't have a hard DCD or a Reflect, you need to fuck off out of that circle or the healers will hate you and you're debuffed. That is it. So, we're good. So now you get to see time gating fight where it really means nothing. There's a lot of fucking shit talking and a lot less fucking DPSing because there ain't shit to kill. It's hell annoying. Just stand up in the middle and slam the cunts out. That's it. And in fucking story mode, you can literally reflect everything.
To whoever collects the most heads. I won't let Riven fail.
So jump to Darren. That would be stacked up right here. So even if you were a ranger or a healer, you would still stack on the boss, because then everything comes in as it comes out. That's it. That's the only reason that you do it. On this one, you don't even pop your Fate Sealer and your Adrenal, or at least I don't, at the beginning. Sev, even in hard mode, normally I wait for it until burn, or when the ads are up. The ads have to go away, so when the ads are in, that's when I usually pop them, so it's like misleading. But popping at the beginning, the bosses aren't down long enough for you to utilize that 95% of the time. Fucking me. Alright, so now I just drag back over here. And honestly, if you do the fucking, this is some big brain shit. Even in hard mode, if you always stand on fucking Darren, if you look right here, if we always stand right here, then everything's always grouped up, right? Because everything else moves. So that's why I get irritated in some of the fucking other shit that we've done when this is what I'm talking about, fucking geometry. Like, I get it. People don't fucking think about shit that way, right? But if you do start thinking about shit that way, then things are fucking mean. QD thinks that way. I can't say not everybody does. This is what you DCD or reflect, let it fall off, there you go.
Go, Curse! Go!
Alright, so if you gotta reflect, do it. As a heads up, if you're a fucking real G, and what I mean by that is like some really retarded, meanie fucking DPS in hard mode, then Curse is glitched at the moment, so you can't see shit. He's just down. Okay. But if you have really good DPS, like God, like everybody comes in and they're over fucking 30k DPS on the pool, what will happen is Curse will never get a second purple circle until burn phase. It will only ever be one. That is something that most raid teams will not teach you. QD probably knew that. I'd be surprised if he didn't know that. But that
I don't
is
know what you're talking about.
right. That is the shit that you had to do back in the day. That's how you gauged whether you had enough DPS or whatever. On a meme clear, sorry, on a fucking meme clear.
I don't know what the fuck happened, but my game just fucking broke.
You're good, man. Just get back. Dude, this boss is a meme. It is literally a fucking meme. Don't knock back ever this bad.
Yeah.
I need to relog back.
You're
straight
fine,
off
man.
that.
Don't worry about it. Just log back in when you can. It shows you as a disconnect.
Yeah.
Deal, man. Like I said, it's just fucking story mode. Having 5 for the walkers was nice, but honestly, with the way things went tonight, I don't think it would have either. QD is fucking rocking that deep, so I don't even have parts that can like he's at least fucking ripping.
Take it
Awesome.
to him, team.
No, you have to wait around and listen to these motherfuckers talk. So, QD, you want to hear something funny? And it's on stream. First off, what's funny is we did that 6-man fucking hard mode DF the other day, right? And we were in there for like an hour and a half. We started with S&B, and they were really bad at it. Irritated, so we went to DF, and they took a couple pulls to get some coordination on fucking Nefra, and then it was... I legitimately think, dude, that they cleared Draxus in like 3 pulls with 6.
Nice.
And I was like, alright, so now I can't bitch too much. But then after we did it, they're like, Kenny was like, fuck, all our tunes are locked out on that. So I was like, well, just go for the fucking lockout. Get him Corruptor Zero and Bronta this time, man. But it was just more amusing to me that there was that last night. They did it with 1 tank is what we ended up doing. That's the trick. Apparently, in hard mode nowadays, if you don't have at least 1 tank, it breaks a lot of shit. I thought it was just going to be... the one that we found was Forming Crusher and Fab Droid, right? Because Fab Droid fucking 10 stacks and KP. Apparently, Nefra fucking cleaves harder, and her fucking cleanses come out faster if you don't have an actual tank. So, hooray us finding
Really?
Apparently.
Yeah, because yesterday when we were doing it, Skips and them were like, our cleanses are coming off too slow. And I'm like, what do you mean your cleanses are coming off too slow, dude? Your cleanses are like 3 seconds on that front. And they're like, nah. And I was watching it, and I was like, oh shit, okay. So, I mean, that's good to know that they're making it harder, and they're not going to let you truly meme with full deeps, but, we'll see. Reflect this shit, don't move it out. There you go.
So you had 2 people stacked up and it was still getting fucky?
Yeah, so you have 2 people stacked up with DPS and we were swapping on the DCs and it just didn't work. As soon as we put fucking, because the cleanses, they were taking too much for that stacking cleanse, you know, because they basically have to get cleansed like every on cooldown or whatever. It was just too bad, even with fucking self-cleansing. And so then once Alexis swapped to tank, like actual tank on their Sin, everything was fucking neat. And then they were doing that, and then Draxus was a fucking meme. Once they got it down, I showed them the super cheaty fucking big green nim straps, which is don't split the dismantlers, put them together so you can smash everything out at once, and then it was a fucking cheesy clear. We burned battle reses, but Shank hasn't done the crazy shit that we've done, and so I give him a pass on that. And Skips is really pushing his heels. And now here's the impressive thing. That was yesterday when we did that. It was Vid and Skips healing. It started on Mert, and then we needed Skips on his Sork so that we could get to the gatehouse with 6 and not like cheat it, right? Because we wanted to actually do 6. Because the Jaws can intercede, but only 1 because it's fucky, and so that's where you just do the phase walk, right, or holocate. Anyway,
Yeah.
we did that, but then Skip stayed on Vivkin, which is his fucking Sork, and he Sork Mercule then. They did Commando and Sork, and they cleared Drax's 6-man, which, if you think about that, is with how spread out motherfuckers are, that's actually pretty legit.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Alright, stack him on Sano. Come right here, stack everything on Sano, pop your fucking shit, and go hard. Pretty fucking sure.
No AoEs?
You can still slam and fucking something else.
Oh, okay.
If you notice, in hard mode, if you slam within the AoE, you lose 10 to 15% of everybody's health every time you spam. As you see in story mode, you lose like maybe one. So it doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, gotcha.
Not like this.
Group
like,
everything up on
PC hard
Darren.
mode.
Darren's gonna start doing this crack bullshit now. We're just gonna run back and forth, and then at least just group up the ads on Darren and just push Darren. He's gonna run in a second. When you play Jug on this, make sure that you always have a force push up for after he leaps, or after you leap to him, because half the time he's gonna move. And that's more of a hard mode thing, Sev, not a fucking story mode thing. Because you just fucking
good to know.
in story mode. Alright, so we're gonna do the big pool because the next fucking deal is in here. So we're gonna clear this group and then we'll go to the top. This is essentially Karaga's Palace LOS, okay? So all we're gonna do on this, everybody needs to target the Zealot. Stand right here on me. They all come over. Zealot needs to get interrupted. I've interrupted the first Force Crush. The next Force Crush needs to get interrupted or he will die. And you can't force choke this one anymore. Got to interrupt up, so I should be able to get the next one if he's not dead. But everybody should be fighting the Fnatic. Alright, so on this Shank, I'll pull, well, you can pull it. Shank, everybody is going to stand here, right on that spot, and the reason you stand here is because when the ads come up and over, and this is some big brain shit and why everybody fucks up the pools, right here, if you look up over the top of the ridge, if you're not in this corner right here, then the ads can see you when they walk over the hump and they won't group up, so it's really dumb. So go up top, fucking pull them, run back to us, and they'll all group up, and then we need to find the Zealot and smash them the fuck out. So when the Zealot comes down, I'm targeting the Zealot right now, then we need to fucking interrupt Force Crush. They're all grouped up, let's go. Oh shit, I just fucking got off the Zealot.
Yeah, I got it.
Whoever's got the fucking Zealot needs to interrupt Force Crush. Here we go, just stack up.
Alright.
And just slam, dude. Right around the lane. We are. Zealot's down, we're good. So then, the only other thing on this Shank is if you were tanking out a pool, those two commandos and that manipulator, you would bring them over to us so that everything is stacked up at once. Dude, I'm telling you, that fucking slam thing, dude, is so glorious.
It's beautiful.
Once you dot up, you don't have to dot up again if you do it right. Now, what I have noticed is there's some back-end ninja fucking nerf in PvP and in hard mode and Nim whenever things are too far apart. So as an example, if something's on the left, and like I'll just show you. What I've noticed is this. Less than 5 things, obviously you can't get slam spam rolling. But let's say, for example, that is the boss, right? And you're fighting the boss. So then this is one ad, and that's another ad. When you're standing here slamming the boss, your slam gets a little fucky on this. What you'd actually want to see, which is why I get pissed off on Writhing Horror, is this is the Writhing Horror, right? So all the ads need to be behind on the boss like that. So this would be Jealous Male and the little ads, and then the slams roll. But when the ads are forward for the tank right here, because the tank is here and that's the boss, then our slams don't fucking proc. And I don't quite understand why that is, but I know that there's some kind of nerf. And to be fair, dude, I'm all for it, because jugs are broken, and cut to pieces is broken, and it needs to be slammed. Alright, on this, Sev, we're going to cheat it with deeps. So here's what's going to happen.
Where's the data pad?
The data pad is right over here. The last data pad before you go in the boss is right in this urn. Good call, QD, I would have forgotten. Right here. It's on that tank marker. Okay. Sev, swap the Hemophilic Slash in 73. You're going to take Crushing Fist, because we're not going to need Passion. And then 23, you go from Shatterburst to Major Fracture. Now, what I would suggest that we do, because War Master's kind of bullshit on this, there's really nothing that we need Unstoppable on. I would take center one hardened defense, and then just throw. We're not going to need our taunts on this at all, so then I would just put your threatening scream where your taunt would be. Mine is G. So whatever your taunt button is, just put that to threatening scream. And what that's going to do is every time you pop that, it'll give you 60% DR. It's supposed to give your allies around you that same DR, but I've noticed that that's fucky. But it definitely gives you the DR, which is all that really boils down to. If you want to meme, then here's how you meme. You let the sabers come in and you just pop a reflect. And because it's a meme, if you want that dank story mode parse, then that's what you do, because the sabers reflect the damage back onto the sabers for unknown reasons, but it still counts towards your parse. I don't know why that's a thing, but you know, it is what it is. For Shank, since you've never been here tanking, here's how this works. Story mode, very simple. You grab Rebin and you run over here and you put your back to this. He's gonna do a big ass cleave and it's gonna shoot you back into the fucking rock and it's gonna break. At that point in time, if one of us DWTs wants to be nice, we'll already be over here and we'll taunt it into the next position, which would then allow you to Phantom Stride, because after the knockback, you're like, can't move for like a second and a half, which doesn't really mean shit in story mode, but when we're doing NIM, that second and a half feels like an eternity, and you go around here. Okay, honestly, with the DPS we have, I don't foresee us needing to go past 3. What you need to know if you ever come here in hard mode as a tank is this. I forget, I'm pretty sure it's the main tank is the one that gets it. I'm pretty sure it's the fucking main tank. It might be the off tank. At some point in time, Revan tosses some shit out, and it's a cast, and you have to, whoever gets the debuff, the tank-wise, has to run behind the beam and LOS Revan. And that's where everybody fucks up. It's an LOS from Revan. So, if Revan's there, and we're fighting him, and then you brought him to this pillar, if you notice here, do you see where that DPS marker is? You're not LOS Revan, because you can still be seen, and that's where those tanks fuck it up. So you have to be directly across from Revan behind the beam for that fucking LOS. That's it. So that's phase 1. Droid comes down, HK comes down. He does, I think it's called like pseudonymic violence or some shit, which is essentially just Draxus's fucking spray. You don't stand in that because unlike Draxus, it doesn't put out the like a debuff until the grenades go off. But once the first set of frags go off, everybody's debuffed for a bit, and then pseudonymic violence comes out. And if the tanks don't have threat and pointed away from the group, you will fucking die. Okay. Once you go in, Skips, just you run up the deal and click that fucking console and you're up top. Then over on, so that's first floor, right? You just reflect. There's a shield around HK, so you just have to be under the shield. In hard mode, if you aren't under the shield and you attempt to do damage, then you're just punching yourself and everybody in the face. At that point, Shank, we get to find out who sucks at jumping. I am one of those motherfuckers. Right here, there will be floors that come up, and then we jump, we walk over to that bizarre lantern, then go to the left and go to the top floor. Now, here's what you need to know about the top floor, and I'm going to show you while we're on the bottom floor. Do you see this side that I'm on that have these little lines? This is a support side. So there's going to be 2 lightsabers that come out and come swirling in on bottom, and then there will be the same on top with circles. You can't drag it to these sides, or you shouldn't when we're up there. You want to drag it to the back or into the middle, because then when we have to knock the sabers into the pits to make them go away so we're not taking damage, if you knock them onto those corners that I showed you with those lines, it's a support. You don't knock them off the edge, it just bounces off the wall, okay? On this next top part, it's just spatial geometry, man. So there's going to be a circle on this inside that goes one way, and there's going to be a circle on the outside that goes the other way. So the name of the game is to stand someplace that you don't have to move, really, at all. So like if it's here, you just pull it off to this point, the circle comes by, and then when the circle's passed and the other one's coming, then you just move to the middle. It's very simple. It's just back or forth. You don't have to drag it all around the room like a bunch of retards. Then after that, it's top phase. We'll go through a portal on 2nd floor to the top, and then the DPS break through fucking Revan, and then we're all right here in this little circle burning the core. Now, for the DPS, 2nd floor, there's going to be those 4 focuses. Every DPS goes and fucks off to their own focus. That's where there should never be more than 1 DPS on any of those focuses going into hard mode, or you're not going to have enough DPS. Healers stick with the tanks because they'll be rolling around with Revan, and everybody else, just once we get to top 4, it is Reflect and DCD on cooldown. The only other thing that I'm going to mention to you when we get on the top floor and you're fighting the machine core, and it more applies to force users over ops, do not fucking leap back in unless you fucking have to. Hollow traverse when you're inside the fucking circle here, okay, 95% of the time puts you like out here and you just have to run back in for your tactical advantage. If you do a leap with a jug or you do a fucking phantom stride with a sin, one of two things is gonna happen. It's gonna fucking teleport your ass into the fucking machine focus shit and you're gonna die, or the other thing that happens is you just move 2 feet, so it'd be like I'd move there if I left, and then you can't click anything. It's like the rocket out bug, so just don't do it. And that's it. Questions on this, Shank? It's pretty much a basic fucking...
Yeah, I'm fucking confused, but I have to see it, I mean...
Yeah, that's fine. All you gotta do for this first part is put your back to one of these fucking things right here. Otherwise, you're going off the edge. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, if you can give me some instructions on the way, because
I'll call it out. Don't stand where QD and Sev are, or when we pull, they'll die. Alright, go.
Okay.
Pull it now.
So
just throw out a taunt or a save.
My Reminites understand what you do not.
Alright, so now he's gonna come over, he's gonna fucking cleave you. Oh, QD's ripped, so you're gonna wanna get that back. QD's already on it, he's pointed it. So since QD has it, as soon as that goes off, taunt it now, and move to the next fucking spot, and just hold threat. So here comes the fucking blades, you can just reflect this for fluff numbers, because you know, whatever. If the jugs are nice, you force push them off, or the mercs can knock them off, but you can just stack up and fucking beam it, because they don't hurt. There's the fucking... Here comes the cleave, make sure your back is on that shit, or you're going off the edge. There's the fucking deal. Okay, I've taunted Revan, bring him over here for you, and then you can taunt him off whatever you're done. Alright, he's in position, you're good to go. And range defense does work on the sabers, by the way.
Alright.
Alright, move it to the next position. In hard mode, skips that heave is a debuff that doesn't, it's a cleansable thing that doesn't fucking show up on your bar, by the way. Just as a heads up.
That's much better.
Alright, so there it goes, and then someone will taunt and move, here come the blades. Just fucking pop a saber reflect and let them stack up and they'll knock them off the edge.
It's time.
Alright, here comes HK, blades go away, we'll go back to position 1, get to the front. Well, you can go this way. He's gonna come down right over here on this right side, where I stand. There you go.
I trust you.
Okay, so he's not LOS now.
No, so that's the pseudonymic violence that you don't, or pseudo-random violence, that just debuff to it for standing in. So you really only want the tanks. There's Fistful of Frags. If you have a cleanse, it'll drop a circle, so you cleanse it and get out of that shit. Or you drop it on top of skips, because it's fucking hilarious. There's the next pseudonymic violence. Now we need to be underneath the shield, so we're all stacked up. And now the frags matter, because you get the free cast, you push them, and then Fistful of Frags is going to come out. There it is. Just DCD and stand here, because it'll knock you up, but it doesn't fucking hurt. I'll show you a trick on this. When you tank this Shank, and he does pseudonymic violence, stand on top of HK. Like, literally just stand on top of HK. What happens is, if you can get it, or the majority of people, it doesn't matter what direction he points pseudonymic violence, since he's the point of origin, right here, you see how it just went off and I took no damage? He can't hit you, because the point of origin is him, so, you know, that's what I try to teach people as the same thing on, like, Guardians of the Fortress as an example, Draxus is an example, Horik, firing in someone's direction, if you stand right on top of Horik, it doesn't matter what direction you fucking cast it, you never get hit. Okay, so now we're going to the second floor, super cake mode.
Be strong.
But that's why I always say people are bad at geometry, man. Because they go, gotta get out of that, man. You're like, nah, dude, you just fucking say, oh, someone's bad at jumping!
Yep. Damn.
If you can res him here, otherwise you should get maybe auto res on moving to the fucking third floor. I used up here on top, by the way, Skip. So I'm going back left. Everybody should be on their own focus. And the boss will appear off the backside.
Okay, so do I keep a pillar or something?
Yeah, you take a pillar as a tank. In story mode, in hard mode, you would be kiting the boss around the room while we're working on it away from the fucking DPS and doing the LOS, because everything on phase 1, unless they fucking broke it, everything in phase 1 applies to phase 2. So the LOSing behind the focus core, or you die, is a thing. It's super cake. like I said, man, I know that people have to see it, and I know you have to do it 50 times, but like I said, story mode mechanics still retain for 90% of the fight. So, okay, here's how I tank this. Come right over here. So, Shank, come to me. And
Yeah,
how
with you.
no, so what you do is you just stand right here where I'm standing. You stand on the side, because the circle, I think it's right about here. This should be the edge of the circle when it pops. And then you just, all you do is whenever we have to move, we just go in. Here come the blades stacked up behind the boss, because here comes the fucking circles. Story mode, you can just reflect, guys. You just stand in it and fucking reflect. And so, as you see, Shank, why you do that is because then you don't have to move, right? So it comes back. So if you get that positioning, you see what I'm saying? Like, if you get in the positioning, then all anybody had to do when it popped was stand on your fucking left. Shit. Super big.
So they just go random. They don't stay on the
No,
tank.
this is the pattern. It just goes around the room, and then here in a second, what's going to happen is you're going to have to go to the inside. So move slightly to your left, like this way, and now move to the inside. So now you'd be dragging it back.
Okay.
Come to me.
So just follow this bitch. Okay.
Yeah, do you see what I'm saying? So you just come to the inside. So most people are always like trying to stay ahead of it. Like, fuck that, dude. You just go inside, outside. That's it. It's super big. So anybody
God.
yeah, if someone doesn't do this, then they're spatially retarded and they're doing like 80% more work than they have to. And it's fucking hilarious. Alright, so now we're going to go upstairs. There's going to be a portal. If anybody died here, and it is technically still the same in hard mode, unless it breaks, because it does break. If, as a healer, if anybody died here, you just let them die. But the catch is they have to die within a certain amount of time. Once you go through this portal, it's supposed to auto-res them. It does not always auto-res them. If someone dies coming up the stairs, like Sev did, that's the one situation that would be, it may or may not res them. The only other situation I've seen with that where it may or may not bring them up is if someone falls off the edge like an idiot.
I won't be denied.
But I haven't
First time I fucked that up.
seen that in ages. I wouldn't worry about it, man. It's just fucking beat mode.
Okay, so same thing, rinse and repeat?
Yeah, but I think they go in the opposite direction now. We'll find out in a second.
Yeah, I'll pick up.
I think the outside one, whenever these come out, when they start going, it comes our way instead of going the other way. But I might be wrong. It's not gonna matter, honestly. Just pushing this bitch. To pass this easily in fucking hard mode, by the way, machine 4 is you don't want more than 50 stacks. Alright, so now we just stand in the middle right here, you tab targets, whatever you can fucking dig, and you just burn machine 4. Because 90% of the time you can't see this giant spherical fucking thing in the middle.
Fucking hell, what the fuck
It's
is
fine, I'm gonna push this fucking way to Alex off the edge in 2 seconds.
I was just waiting for mine to come off cooldown.
Yeah, mine was waiting for mine too. I popped it on it. I wasn't worried about man. This is
You
fucking
cannot stop
story
the
mode. If
sacrifice.
Skips couldn't heal through this and he's on our nin team, I would have been concerned. I feel like, hold up. I think you need to do more fucking early morning raids with QD to beat him, goddammit. But you can only do it with 3. QD will explain and you guys will clutch.
Think of how many lives the Emperor will consume.
How are those morning raids going?
They're not.
I've been trying to recruit and get you a larger thing, but I'm up to 3 appointments a week, QD, and I just can't be up, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No big deal. We get 2 or 3 people together some couple of days, and then we'll pug the rest. But it's
Pugging's
But
never
that
fun.
pugging it though is good because Dark isn't around. So when you pug, eventually people are gonna see, man, these guys always raid. You know what I mean? And then they'll fucking either join or not join as we're doing that. It doesn't really matter to me, man. I'm just trying to
Where is
absorb
Dark?
as many people as we can over the next month because we're hitting that wall, and then it will be dead as shit until basically the end of May, going into summer. Then it'll be busy as fuck till right after the guild mixer, and then right after the guild mixer in October, then it will be dead as fuck again, and then there'll be a quick fucking resurgence around Thanksgiving and Christmas, and then it'll be dead as fuck again pretty much until fucking April, right? Like that's how the cyclical lulls go.
Yep.
that's it, man. So, grats on clearing that for the first fucking time, Shank. You didn't realize you'd never done it, but it's also terrible
Yeah,
that
no.
that's on that. Don't walk into that. It's not going to go. Okay, now it will. Skips can res everybody now.
I was trying to fucking loot. He fucking trolled me.
Yeah, that's
Oh, fuck.
should have gone away, but what that means is we had too much deeps, so that's what that means.
With 5.
With 5.
Okay, so
So just to point that out, let me look here. I've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. Obviously, there was a lot of explaining, and there was 2 fucking pulls on a couple bosses, which is fine because you haven't been here. But Feminist Fantasy, just to be an asshole, was in here for fucking 3.5 hours, dude, for an 8-man clear, and they had 8 people. And I just don't understand.
Were they on story mode as well?
It is story mode only. They are story mode. Which is fine. Everybody's going to start somewhere, man. God. Alright, so I'll show you something fucking cool on this. If you're a G, you jump in and you cannot fall off the edge. If you're not a G, if you can jump in the center and not fucking die, I'll give you 100 million credits. If you can jump and stand somewhere on this without dying, I'll give you 100 million credits.
Can I get back? Because I can fucking do it. I mean, I haven't died. I'm on the 2nd floor.
Just do area start and come back, dude. I'll give you 2 tries to do it.
Okay. I'll fucking take it. Do you need me to stay there, or...?
Yeah, you just gotta stand on this. I'm gonna show you a trick. And then I'll explain how this works. Okay, so, obviously, Cutie's standing next to me, so he gets fucking 100 million. Shank missed, because he's bad. Seb jumped to me and skips it. Okay, so now here's the trick. Come back up, and we'll take a fucking screenshot. Wherever you can place a raid marker, the core, the way that they coded this, is the machine core is still here. So what we just fought, what we're standing on is the arms of the fucking machine core. And honestly, I'll just give everybody 100 mil. So wherever you can place a raid marker when you jump off the edge is a place that is actually physically can stand. Because the way that this essentially is coded is, if you think about it, is the machine core was there, and then after we fucking got rid of it and destroyed it, it's gone. They just made it invisible. So the machine core is still there, it's just fucking invisible. Alright, let's go to the guild ship, and I will trade everybody 100 million credits.
I rendered it down and added some more spice. It's still probably not like theirs, but
That's fine,
it's
babe.
better.
I'm not worried about it. We'll just let it
try.
fucking... I'm just gonna let it sit overnight. I'm pretty sure it's you.
But this shit can
Yeah,
happen
that's a lot better. That's how it's
into
supposed to be.
each and every
Honestly,
floor.
I think part of it
apparently.
too is the chicken
you,
stock.
You
It's just
can
not
drop like
salty
a
enough.
floor.
I added a lot of salt.
There you go. What's going on, Shank?
So you can do pretty much the same thing as you did on the top floor. You can do with pretty much each floor, actually.
Kind of. The only thing is that you have to understand is the way that this actually used to look is that machine core you could see on every floor. The machine core is on the bottom floor, and that pillar of light, it rises up off of that to each floor. So each floor, it's moving until it gets to the top floor, and then it disappears on the top floor. The problem with that has been is since, I don't know, dude, like 4.2 or some shit like that, you haven't been able to see that machine core like 95% of the time. So the only reliable place that you can do that is on the top fucking floor. Alright, there's that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude, when I offer credits for fucking shit, I'm not lying. I'll just fucking hand you a shit ton of credits. It's not gonna matter anyway. I'm like 1 billion shy of fucking being cred capped on the only 2 and I can fucking get money on.
Thanks, man.
Cutie, I got a fucking... I told you about that deal, right? I'm thinking... Do you have Anarchy and Mischief, Cutie?
Do I have what?
Anarchy and Mischief? Take that, Skips, you cunt.
Yeah.
Okay. I picked that up the other day. I told you I picked up Anarchy and Mischief and fucking 10 cartel packs for 5.75 bill. And then I'm like, I'm not going to use Anarchy and Mischief, but that would be a really good fucking giveaway for this giveaway coming up in this weekend or next weekend. I forget when the fuck I said I was going to do it.
Yeah, I've got their account unlocked.
Nice. I bought those, and then I picked up, I think the only thing I got to maybe track down is a Mythosaur set. Let me see here. I picked up Reforged Mando for 1.5. And I got a Stormbringers for 1.5. I think it was 2 for the Mando. And
that's not too bad.
Yeah, I think it was 2 for Reforged and 1.5 for Stormbringer. I don't have... I'm going to use the Reforged, but the Stormbringer I'll probably give away again. Because fuck it, why not, right? So,
dude, like a black... not a black, a dark gray, light gray die pack on that Reforged looks fucking mint.
is it fucking great? I'll have to look at that shit. Alright, if we want to do more shit, I've got time for one more. If people are out, I get it.
Nah, I'm done for the night.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm down for one more. If
Yeah, I'm down for another if
else
Skips
is-
is down. QD, thanks for rolling with us. I will be doing more recruiting, obviously, and trying to do stuff, and I've been doing stuff, but the one thing I was going to mention while you're here is that I am not trying to be a point of contact for either your or Kenny raid team, because then it becomes my raid team because I'm the guild leader, so I've been trying to let you guys advertise and do the recruiting for it. Like, I'll do the posts, like we have it in the forum posts, we have it in the guild description, but I'm not going to actively recruit for it, because then, you know what I mean, just passively people are like, oh, Dash is in charge. I'm like, nah, dude, that ain't my raid team. Go fucking talk to QD or Kenny, you know what I mean? So, so there's that, and I know that recruiting burns you out and stuff like that, but I just thought I'd let you know that several of us, including fucking Skips and a couple others, are actively recruiting in AU to try to get your shit up. So.
Yeah, I know Skips is, and I appreciate it. He's been an help.
Sweet. So.